How is it going, everyone? So this is my client, Jeff. He's one of my one-on-one clients we've been working with for probably about 2 months now. So Jeff, how's it going?
Good.
Good to hear, man. Good to hear. So yeah, I kind of just want to give you the floor. Why did you decide to work with me in the first place? Like, and what were you kind of doing, prior or during that time?
Yeah. So I was already in high ticket sales before I decided to work with you. And I saw some of the stuff that you were posting was really in alignment and was less about, things that I didn't really feel were realistic or like, more selling the dream than actually what the work's like. And then also just like your knowledge on neurolinguistic programming really got me excited. And so that's what got me interested.
Okay, cool. And for those who don't know, tell them kind of what you're selling, like the ticket price and stuff like that.
So I have now two different offers. I actually, in the process of working with Garrett, realized I need to eliminate one. So now I have two, and they're both lead generation. The main one is for pool contractors, helping them get more pool leads. It's for an agency, and ticket prices are anywhere from 2,500 to 6K monthly recurring.
Okay, cool. And was it just yesterday you sold the biggest deal you've ever done, right?
Yeah, like literally the day before we raised the price, and then I sold it at the higher price point. So
That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. So yeah, like if you don't mind, obviously completely up to you. As far as like what were you making slash like what was your closing rate like prior to working with me? And then what is it kind of now, and what was the difference there?
yeah, so I just prior to talking to you had my first 10K month. And so from there, I've been steadily increasing. The biggest thing though is that I've actually been taking less calls because my close rate's been higher, right? So I was before in this like 45 to 55 range, and now I'm in this 50 to 60 or somewhere in there, kind of high 50s. And so already, I'm halfway through the program with you, and I've already, well over gotten my money back for it. So just from performance.
Phenomenal, phenomenal. Obviously, there's a lot of different sales trainings out there. I believe you've been through a couple. With the way I kind of do things, like what was your experience in that?
Yeah, so I'll just give you guys a little bit of context. I had a little bit of hesitation to work with Garrett before I did because I'm 33, so he's 11 years younger than me. And then I just realized like every time I've made a big investment in myself and I've, really vibed with the person, like if you get on a call with Garrett, you'll know whether you like him or not, or you talk with him, you'll know whether you like him or not. And every time that I have like really gone all in and invested in myself in a program like this, it's worked out really well. And, this was another example of that. So ultimately, if you're looking for a shortcut, this is your shortcut. So I really like just the way that you approach things, and the way there's always something that you bring to my attention that I don't notice. So your attention to detail, and then the way that you ask questions, and the way that you really focus on getting the hard questions out of the way early is something that I hadn't really heard of as a concept before. And once I started doing that and like pushing a lot harder, then I got to a point where the second half of the call was a lot easier.
Right. And the reason I do that with you specifically is because you're at a point now to where you're at, 50, 60% close rate, like hitting that 70 mark, and you're not 80 is nearly impossible. Like some people just aren't qualified for the service. So you get at a certain point to where your ceiling isn't how many deals can you close, but at what time in which can you close them. So now we're kind of working on the latter half of this coaching on, A, selling the higher ticket packages, and then B, condensing that time frame so you can take more calls in a day. So glad to notice you pointed that out there. Well, thank you for the interview. Thank you for your time. We'll have to do one towards the latter half, once we kind of hit the end of our time period here. But yeah, thanks for hopping on, man. Best of luck over these next couple months here. Let's keep crushing it.
Sounds good.
Awesome. See you, man.